Russia deliberately and repeatedly targeted medical facilities in the Ukrainian city of Kherson, damaging children's hospitals, maternity wards and a regional clinic. According to a new investigation, Russian troops entered Kherson last year in the early days of Vladimir Putin's full-scale invasion. In November, Ukrainian armed forces evicted them from the southern city as part of a comprehensive counteroffensive. Since December 2022, Russian army has been shelling Kherson from Dugan positions on the near left, eastern bank of Dnipro River. It attacked civilian infrastructure, including schools, private residences, hospitals and the railway station. A new report from the Center for Information Resilience reveals the extent to which Moscow systematically public medical facilities. Open-source researchers found that 7 people were damaged in 14 separate attacks over the 6 months between December 2022 and May 2023. Some facilities were hit several times. The last strike against hospitals took place in August. Some of these sites appear to have been targeted deliberately and repeatedly, the report says. CIR described this pattern as remarkable, and added, the situation of the residents has become dire. Investigators used satellite eyewitness accounts, and photos posted on social media, including official channels. There was convincing evidence that Russian ing had caused damage. A bullet blew a large hole in the south-facing wall of the city's regional cardiology center, hitting it 3 times. Another dam occurred on December 27, 2022. 2 artillery shells fell into the crowded maternity ward of the clinical hospital in Kherson, just 10 meters away from women with newborn babies. It was terrible, recalls Dr. Sergei Morozov. No one was hurt. Men carry furniture from the maternity unit of a hospital damaged following Russian shelling in Kherson in December last year. Dmitry Dilkov AFP 4 days later. On New Year's Eve, the Russians launched a devastating attack across the city. The shelling damaged buildings, including the regional children's hospital in Kherson, where 700 windows were blown out. The explosion injured a little boy and his sister walking on the street, while he was waiting for an emergency blood transfusion. A shell hit the next room. He was then transferred to Mykolaiv, 45 miles away, for another operation, the report said. Russian artillery units also targeted the city's #1 maternity hospital, a rehabilitation center for disabled children and a regional clinical hospital. They hit a clinic complex housing 120 patients in the northeast of Kherson. Birth and cancer units were damaged. The report stated that Kherson was severely vulnerable due to its proximity to Russian positions. Other frontline Ukrainian cities have fallen victim to similar strategic armament previously used by Moscow. Its military campaign in Syria's support of President Bashar Assad. Russia's activities Kherson are strikingly reminiscent